Hi there everyone, we are still watching our very serious and very dangerous Typhoon Bopha or Pablo. Current winds from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center at 260, gusting up to 350 kilometers per hour. That is in the center of circulation here, right around that eye wall. That is making the storm system very intense and very dangerous, and I do see that Bogota is only issued signal number 3 warnings near the coastlines here. I'm actually a little startled by that. I should think that it should be up to 4 now, right along the coast here. You're going to be seeing a very significant and possibly one of the worst typhoons to ever hit the coastline here, at least in the recent recorded history. Actually, in 1970, there was Typhoon Kate that blew through here, and it caused over 600 deaths. To compare this storm up, it is stronger than Typhoon Kate. So definitely a very dangerous storm as it continues to push off here towards the west. But during out this update, we're going to talk about where it's going to be headed, who's going to be seeing the worst weather here. Also, thank you very much for everybody that joined in with our live video cast. Basically, from around 11 p.m. till 1 a.m. we ran that. You can always go back onto the Western Pacific Weather website and watch that again and watch the playback of 2 hours of in-depth information here. But at least at this time, still packing a very intense and dangerous winds. And this is following Palau earlier. About 24 hours ago, it affected out here into Palau. And actually, this is just some video from James Reynolds to show this really quick. And this amount of damage took place nearly 50 to 100 kilometers north of the eye wall. So just take all of this energy that you see here and the damage and destruction and put it over into the Philippines, then intensify it, because the storm has seen some intensification due to just the ingredients out across this area: high sea surface temperatures, low vertical wind shear. If you pull up the wind shear chart from the Sims analysis here, you can see that 10 to 15 knots right over it. It does have an abundant amount of moisture just to feed in on the storm system, allowing it to continue to intensify. And this is actually the latest track from the Japan Meteorological Agency, expecting it to make landfall into the early morning hours. At least at this time, I do place it, given the forward movement, right around 0600 Philippine Standard Time. Landfall here likely just south of Lianga Bay, right around Hinatuan. We're expecting the storm system to make landfall likely just south of this model track, given the forward motion of the storm system, maybe around Pisag here. But really, this entire area is going to be seeing some very significant storm surge. Also, you have this mountainous terrain here just off here towards the west. That's going to be building up all of this rainfall. Significant flooding is going to be seen all across this area. And if we actually just zoom out the picture just enough slightly here so we can get the rest of Mindanao into the picture, you also have this mountainous terrain. And even off towards Cagayan, you're going to be seeing some significant rainfall. This is where we saw a dangerous weather last year that caused many deaths from Washi or Sendong. And it does look like we have that moisture inflow coming in from the north, and flooding is going to be very high at risk across much of northern Mindanao as that moisture inflow just continues to push in. If we take another 3 hours looking a little bit further into the future, now this is going into around the afternoon time as that storm system continues to blow across here. Actually, this would be right around noonish. Still going to be seeing all this heavy rainfall continuing to push in. It's a very dangerous storm, to say the least. And then eventually, as it pushes off there towards Visayas, you're also still seeing this rough weather and even the threat of continued storm surge. Now, I know Signal Force 3 has been issued out across this area. If anybody has not taken the proper precautions, really at this point in time, as the video is being made, it doesn't look like there's much more chance to move around because the storm is already here and already starting to push on shore. So if you are in this area all across where this forecast track is there in northern Mindanao, if you are in your household and you're watching this for really into the early morning hours, I do suggest people to get into the inner part of your house and really try to get out of low-lying areas if at all possible. It's going to be a very dangerous storm here through the coming days. And then even around Cebu going in tomorrow afternoon, you're going to start to see the effects. Now I'm talking about into the afternoon hours on your Tuesday into the evening. Some heavy rain showers, gusty winds, even storm surge as it just pushes off here towards the south as a westerly wind starts to come in. Then eventually off there towards the rest in Palawan. Now as we look into the extended range, all the model outlook starting to vary on this. We have a high pressure ridge that's going to start to build in off here towards the north, really cap off this storm. It is expected to linger out here into the weekend, and really at that point the forecast is kind of up in the air due to a various of factors. Really the high pressure ridge just towards the north, though, it will push down on the storm system and kind of keep it in place there. But for now, as you can see on the satellite imagery, it is this typhoon. It is a very strong one, likely going to be one of the strongest to ever hit Mindanao, especially this late into the tropical season. So with that said, a relatively short video update, but I will be updated on the website as well, along with a slew of other information posted on the news stream there of the latest information and also the latest news updates coming through here. So please stay safe out there, everybody. I hope that everybody is going to be staying safe. We can already start to see some of these outer rain bands push on shore, and it definitely is going to be a very dangerous storm system here. So if you do have any reports from your local area, please share them with us if at all possible. Any photos or videos as well. We really do want to try to share those out with the rest of the world, so if you don't mind sharing with us, but don't put yourself in any harm's way to try to get any photos or videos, and definitely take this storm very, very seriously. So thanks again, though. It's definitely going to be one for the record books. All right. Have a great day. Bye.